Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to talk about how to document certain things on a camera, live action camera, so that you can take those same measurements and match your virtual camera to it to make good composites. This is old school, traditional, low-tech, no camera tracking, but it's matching the perspective of what you have. Now what I'm shooting with here is my Sony a6400 camera, kind of a prosumer camera. It does a pretty good job. It can shoot 4K, and it shoots in pretty good resolution and bit depth. But the important thing to know about any camera, in this particular camera, is the sensor size. This sensor size on this camera is 23.5 millimeter by 15.6 millimeter. So you want to write that down and make sure that when you make your virtual camera, it has exactly the same sensor size. You go to custom and you type in those figures, and then you've got the sensor size to match. Now the focal length is also very important, and right now this camera is using a zoom lens that goes from 16 millimeter to 50 millimeter. And it's a little bit loosey-goosey. It's a good lens, but there's no markings on the lens itself like a professional lens. So if you're somewhere in the middle between those two focal lengths and you don't write down the number that flashes on your screen as you're adjusting it, and your camera shuts down, you don't know where you are. So to prevent that, a foolproof way is to just go to one extreme or the other. In this case, I'm going to 50 millimeter all the way to the end of the lens. So that kind of makes it a default fixed lens, fixed focal length lens, because I'm taking the zoom and always going to the far end. So that solves that problem. So we've got the sensor size, we've got the 50 millimeter focal length, and the next thing is I'll talk a little bit about the lighting. Right now I'm being lit by just the room light overhead, fluorescence, and I got a lot of nice bounce light off this white wall. I've got the green screen that's just a piece of paper I got from a dollar store. Just happens to be just the right vibrancy of green. It works quite well, but I'm limiting it. You see, it's just barely covering me, my head, and it's far enough away from me that it really cuts down on the green spill. You want to really avoid green spill and make your compositing life much easier. So fluorescent lights up above. Over here I've got an Neewer LED panel that's providing a little soft fill light to fill in my eyes. I have deep set eyes, and that pretty much kind of matches the kind of overall ambience of the subway. So now that we've got that, we're going to take down a couple more measurements. And the most important thing is, of course, the height of your actor. This Apple box is about the same size as the height of the seats in the subway, so that solves that problem. Then we just get a height of the camera. Now for that, I'm using just a regular old, there we are, focusing on that, feet and inch tape measure. It'd be a good idea for you to get a metric tape measure, because everything in Unreal is measured in metrics. So this is 33 inches measured from the center of the lens. And if you want to get a focal measurement, not as important with the background, but it's 49 inches away from the sensor marking on the camera to my nose. And we've got the height of the camera, and the only thing missing is the angle that the camera is at. So what you do is you get yourself a angle finder off the internet and get an app, put it in your phone, put this atop the camera, and you see that we have 22 degrees up. So once you get all of those parameters set up, then you're pretty much ready to go. So now all you have to do is match all those simple measurements on your virtual camera, and this live action will match perfectly with the background image that you shoot in Unreal. I'll see you next time.